How's everybody doing out there? Good to see everyone. Welcome to the Tinkering with Tech show. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's awesome. This should be a lot of fun today. I know it's going to be a fun one today because we get to learn a little bit and just refresh a little bit about what we know here. But don't forget, just a couple of things real quickly. Don't forget, we always love to know where you're from. So be sure to tell us where you're from, that kind of stuff. As we go along, ask your questions. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whichever place you're watching right now. Be sure to put your comments down and we will put those up on screen for you. Don't forget, we're tinkeringwithtech.net. Also, if you just click the join button right down here, you can join as a member. Try it at the different levels and see which one works for you. We would love to have you. So without further ado, let me go quickly just to the audience and see who's out there. We got Challen from Low Country. There you go. Forward to learning about my Chromecast with Google TV. There you go. And then Bob over there in Bellevue, Washington. How about that? And then we got Mike up there in Niagara Falls. Cummix, British Columbia, Canada. We're all over the place, huh? Let's see. I have a couple keys that are not working from them in 45, rainy Oregon here. We have Flo, and then we have California, not Canada. Love it. There you go, Richard. All right. Without further ado, let me bring Randall on with us. And hey, Randall.
Hey, Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year. Awesome to see you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, it has. I'm glad you suggested this one because I think this was a fun one and kind of really misconstrued. You know, people just mess this one up. They think it's something that it's not. So I think
it's a lot of different things. That's the thing. It's Google TV is a lot of different things. As we were talking backstage, as I mentioned to you, there are a couple of, well, let's start with this. The first thing is that Google TV is an app for your phone or your handheld device. It replaced what used to be Google Play Movies and TV or TV and Movies. I forget the order of those two. So
because a lot of people get confused on that one. Yeah,
that is the replacement. So technically, there is no more Google Play Movies and TV or TV Movies. It is now Google TV on your phone and your tablet and whatever else that you carry around in your hand, pocket, or purse.
So I know I've been asked, hold on real quick. I know I've been asked, this isn't a replacement for Android TV though. Is it, or is it not? Or intermingled?
The two are similar, and I'll
awesome. That's enough said.
It's a holdover, but they have the same features and functions.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that the fact that I'm able to do forum work in both Android TV and Google TV should tell you enough that they're similar enough that there is virtually no difference.
Gotcha.
Okay. However, I do not believe that they are selling TVs now with Android TV, which is the second thing. The first thing was the handheld device, and Google Play Movies is gone. The second thing is that it can be baked into a television, and Sony, Hisense, TCL TVs, much like you get any other aggregator. And the fourth is, well, not the fourth, the third is that you can have Google TV baked into the Chromecast device, which is very similar, which is very similar to having it baked into the television, except it needs to be plugged in and use up an HDMI port on the back of your television. So if you have a TV that has Wi-Fi but isn't really a smart TV, you can take a Chromecast with Google TV, plug it into an HDMI port, connect it to the Wi-Fi, and turn it into boom. So you've got that.
So as long as you have an HDMI port, you pretty much can turn any TV into a smart TV for the most part. For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, I bet you always have to say that because it doesn't always do everything. But anyway, that's kind of what I got.
I mean, because sometimes, I mean, there may be resolution issues.
Sure.
You know, if you've got an older TV that's got HDMI, and this may be getting down into the weeds for some people. But you know, one of the things that, you know, people think an HDMI port on the back of a television they're all the same. They are not all the same.
Yeah.
Usually what manufacturers do is they will put one port that is the ARC, which is the audio return channel, or the eARC, which supports Dolby Atmos sound. But it's also HDCMP, which is the high definition content protection. And if that port is not updated, what generally happens is when you go to watch something, say on a Netflix or whatever, you'll have sound, but you won't have a picture. And it's their way of copy protecting their content so that it's not stolen, pirated, and hijacked. And I think they're able to update those things. So if you don't have that if it's on an old television and it doesn't have the ability to be updated or enhanced with an update with firmware, or they're no longer supporting the firmware, you're going to have a problem probably using a Chromecast with Google TV plugged into a TV that was made in 2011 or 2015 or something like that, because it probably can't be updated or upgraded.
So I'm going to ask you, since we're on this, what is Google TV? When you think, I just want to clarify, first off, it's not YouTube TV.
No.
It's more like, and I'm not going to say it's the same, but I'm going to say it's more like a Roku device, sort of, or built in, or an Android TV built in, or that kind of thing. Something that's built in, but also it's both, right? I mean, it can be like you just mentioned, the Chromecast. But anyway, go ahead.
How I like to explain it to people in the forums is that Google TV, when packaged on your television, baked into your TV, or with Chromecast with Google TV, is a streaming app aggregator. It enables you to, it's like a desktop for Windows. It's a desktop for Mac. This is your desktop for your television. It enables you to load multiple different streaming apps. It enables you to see programming that you've watched that you might want to continue. It will provide you recommendations for programs on channels or networks that you subscribe to. And it's all right there when you turn the TV on, and you just go to the one you want, click it, and poof, off you go.
Gotcha.
So it's an aggregator. It is free of charge. It doesn't provide any programming. You don't buy any movies from it. It is your desktop for your television, like Windows is your desktop for your laptop, or Mac operating system is your desktop. And if you want Windows, you have to buy Microsoft Office and put it on there and run it. And it works the exact same way. And that, I think, is the most confusing part for people, because they think they've got Google TV and it's like, well, I don't have any channels. Well, you've got to subscribe to a service, or you have to subscribe to a free service like Pluto or Freevee or any of the other free services that give you over-the-air channels to watch.
That's good. That's a good way of putting it, and a good definition there. So it's basically how you access all those other things. Basically, it's just a channel for you to do that. And I don't want to use the word. It's a method for you to do that, I guess.
Yeah, it's your TV's desktop. It's your TV's home screen.
Like it. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, that being said, let's get into, why would someone want to use Google TV? Why Google TV?
Well, you have the Google ecosystem.
There you go.
You can use Assistant to help you do searches. I mean, if you're into this sort of thing, when the screensaver comes up, it shows you your weather and stuff. It doesn't show you your calendar and all of that kind of stuff. None of your personal stuff is shown there, obviously, because it's on a TV, which is very public.
Right.
But you can tell it to turn the TV on and off. You can ask it to switch networks. You can tell it to lower the volume. You can tell it to mute. Using your Google TV on your phone, it comes with a virtual remote, which will connect to your TV so that, if you happen to lose your remote like I tend to do, it's always under the couch or in the cushion or somewhere. You just pick up your phone, open up the Google TV app, and there is, a virtual remote that is connected as long as it's on the same Wi-Fi network as your Google TV. It'll control the volume. It gives you the scrub to go forward and backward. You can pause. You can do all kinds of things with it. But
Like this is one of those things right here. You can have a screensaver of your own Google Photos.
Yes.
You can have that scrolling through us, which is what that TV back there is doing right now. It's exactly what it's doing in my background, and that's exactly what's going on. That's just a photo album in my Google Photos that just rolls through different. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really neat things. We did that at when we had friends over for Thanksgiving. We took pictures the first couple of days and everything, and then they stayed that weekend. And then we just had those pictures on our big screen TV while we're in there just talking, having coffee in the morning. So I love that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
That's where you're talking about the Google ecosystem, though, and that part, and the assistant, and the Google functionality and stuff like that. So that would be a reason why, right? I mean, in my opinion, I think that's what you're saying. So
that's one of them. But I mean, again, you get to, if you have YouTube TV, you have, that's connected, and you see your channel lineup. It can also use the channel lineup from Pluto TV. If you don't subscribe to YouTube TV and you just use the free service Pluto TV, it will, suck the lineup from that service in, and you can scroll through it and pick your channel just like. And I think there's another one that starts with a P, and I forget what it is. I'll have to look that up. But there are 3 YouTube TV, Pluto, and something else. As you ask a question, I'll do a search and see if I can.
That's fine.
Can't go and find that.
Yeah, there's a couple. I know, like, then there's other ones that are paid services, which are normal, like Hulu and all those that are paid and all that kind of stuff. Those are paid services that are out there and things. So yeah, there's definitely some that you can get that's interesting. That's cool to know, though, too, is that you can pick through that kind of stuff. Do you still with those free ones like Pluto? I mean, anybody that's interested in those, do those actually have where you have to subscribe to them as well? Like, do you have to set up an account?
Pluto, you don't necessarily have to have an account.
Philo,
but it's Philo. Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Donna.
Yeah. Oh, Donna, you're a lifesaver. You kept me from searching. That's what it was. I knew it was another P.
Right.
Yeah, you do not have to have an account with Pluto TV, but if you have some favorite channels and things like that, you will want to, because otherwise, it'll start off wherever it wants, and you just have to go scrolling through everything. But if you do add a username and password, you can save favorites, and they'll be right at the top of your list, and it'll be that way if you log in to the application on any television that you have.
So, can anybody get Google TV as an app on their phone? Yes.
Yes.
No? Okay.
Yes. It is. You go right to the Google Play Store and download Google TV, and I believe it's probably there for iOS devices as well.
Okay.
And so you can go there and, I'm going to open mine up now on the phone. And if anybody else has it, you can sort of follow along. You open it up, and at the bottom, it's got highlights for you, which is a section that you will see if you have Google TV on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
It has shop, which shows you where you can get movies and shows from the different networks that are available. And then the last tab on there is a watch list that you might be able to create on your phone. It will send you reminders if your movies go on sale or something that you watched
That's
you
pretty cool.
listed to watch list is coming on. I've turned all my notifications off because I don't need to know that kind of stuff. It will show you all the movies that you own that are in your personal library, that you could download them and take them away with you and watch them if you're on the train or a plane or going wherever, sitting in a TSA line.
Mm-hmm. I like your and under your stuff on the bottom one, I think it has a little icon of a remote on there in the bottom right.
That is correct.
Yeah,
that is the TV remote, and it should be on all your screens. It shouldn't just be on your stuff. It should be on highlights. It should show under For You and Shop. That TV remote button should always be there if you have a device that's there with you. And if you open that up, it'll ask you to connect, and then you can turn your TV on and off. It's got a button for the assistant. It has a home button. It's got a back button. It's got a mute and a volume control button. And
that is really awesome because you don't have to set up all the different TVs, the different remotes. You can just pick which TV you're watching from and that you want to remote control, and it automatically works with that particular TV. It's really cool. Richard says, does it work on a tablet? I would think if your tablet can get that app, and then it should work, right?
Yeah. Hold on. You know what? I'm actually on a Mac right now, so I'm going to go into the store and see if they have. Yeah, it should be, but I'm going to see.
That's an interesting question. I'm going to try that too. I got my iPad here. Let me.
Yeah, I think I have it on my iPad.
I'm going to go try and see on my iPad right now while we're here. Hey, this is what we do. This is what our tinkering show is all about. So, yeah.
Let's see. iPhone.
Let's see. What I would tell you, Richard, is go ahead and try and download the app. Look for Google TV or a Chromecast. Wait a minute, or a Chromebook even. Yeah, Jolin. As long as you can get that app on your Chromebook, you can. Yes, absolutely. Some Chromebooks don't allow apps, but they're older. They're old ones. All the new ones pretty much do. So, yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is excellent. Good questions, though. I like the question, Richard. Let's see if we can't figure out something, find out. See, got all of us looking at our devices now. I love it.
Yeah, I kid you not. I believe that I have it. It may not show up on I'm using a laptop. So in the App Store on the laptop, it may not show up because it may not be developed for the desktop.
It's not on iPad. I'm looking on my iPad. It's not there. It has a Google Home app, but it does not have Google TV. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Not on. So in the Apple Store, it does not. So, and Huey says it does work on a Chromebook. There you go. Like I said, as long as it's a Chromebook that allows. That would be super cool sometime, because a lot of times I'm on my Pixelbook and I'm working, so I can pull that remote up. I'd like to be able to do that, have that as my remote right there. So when I don't have to search all over my bed looking for my, I love it.
I'd love to get up and go get my iPad.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back. Don't go away.
No, I'm not going to go away. That's fine. Potential
I hear
competition with
you.
Apple TV. Yeah, no, that's fine. Potential
I hear you.
competition with Apple TV. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see that could be something. There you go. Thanks, Huey. Yes, Huey, that was good. And somebody can help me out with blocking the person that is being annoying out there with their comments. All right. Let's see here. Yes.
All right. So let me look here. Because I have a whole thing that is just.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of think.
Yeah, I do. I have Google TV on my iPad.
How about that?
I have
I don't
Google
know why
TV
I can't load it on mine.
on my iPad, and it too has a TV remote.
Well, I have to figure out. I'll figure that out. Figure out how I can get that. So.
And it even. Hold on. Let me go to the App Store, Michael, and see if I can't share the link for it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
That way you got it.
It does work on my Android tablet. There you go. A Samsung tablet. How about that, Richard? There you go. Nice. Excellent day. See, it's all you had to do there. That's cool. That is cool.
I'm telling you, it's a great little app. But again, people have a tendency to think that it does the same thing as it does on your television.
Right.
And it doesn't really.
Gotcha. Yep.
Let me go. Okay, so now I'm going to the App Store on the iPad. Let me do a search here for Google TV.
We are talking.
I don't know why you can't find it.
Randall. Those that are just now tuning in, we are talking Google TV with Randall. Basically, we have followed up and basically finding out that what Google TV actually is. Somebody was asking, what is Google TV? Well, it's not YouTube TV, but what it is, it's like, it's your operating system for all of your stuff that you own. Like a lot of people have Disney Channel, a lot of people have all these different things. They pay for the Paramount Plus, they play for all these different things, and this is a way for you to play them, use them, do them. So there you go. All right, so now
so Michael, I just sent you the link in Google Chat for Google TV from the App Store for the iPad.
All right.
So it is in there. I just launched my iPad. I went into the App Store and poof, it was there.
All right. Wonderful. I'm going to check it out. We're going to go check it out. We're going to do it live.
Okay. Don't make a liar out of me now.
I know. We're going to test it out and check it out. But again,
free.
Just reiterate, we got to start wrapping things up. So let's just talk real quick, reiterate, go over once again. Yep. It is coming up for me. I see it so I'm going to go look at that and try and get that right now while you're talking and finish us out. Finish us out with reasons to get it, reasons, what it is, all that kind of stuff. Finish us out that way.
It's one-stop shop for your television. You can carry it around in your pocket. You can mark things off that you want to see. You're sitting at lunch with people at work and they're talking about a show, and you can open your Google TV and you can find it and poof. And then when you go to your TV at home, it should be there, already marked in in the For You section. It's an aggregator for all your services. It allows you to download all your services: Hulu, YouTube TV, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and you can access them all from your home screen. It is basically your desktop for your television.
It
comes baked into.
That's a good way of putting it.
It can come baked into TVs, Sony, Hisense, TCLs, and there may be others. I don't know. That's kind of sort of beyond my pay grade. And to make it even simpler, just go out and pick up a Chromecast with Google TV, snap it in the back of an HDMI port, hook it up to your Wi-Fi, connect it with the Google Home app, and poof, you've got Google TV on one of your ports.
Got it. I'm on.
There you go.
On. Got it. That's so cool.
I showed you something new today.
I know. I don't know why that didn't work.
I showed you something new today.
We'll finish up with a bunch of these questions. Google TV is similar to Amazon Fire TV, right? Bringing all your streaming sources into one interface.
Yeah, to not put too fine a point on it. Yeah, it is. It's Google's version of that.
Jolin says,
and that too.
Sort of equals Fire TV. Chromecast offers access to both Amazon Prime and Apple TV. Most of those do.
But here's an interesting thing that you should know about some services on Google TV.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix and Amazon, for example, are kind of stingy and selfish with their subscribers' viewing habits. So they don't allow your recommendations and things. They won't suggest things. They don't share that information with Google so that they can make recommendations for you. And it's a question that comes up a lot.
Gotcha.
They used to, but they stopped that. So it's not a Google thing. It's because those two services
they don't
keep their information about what their users are watching and viewing close to their chest. So they don't share that. So you will not get recommendations from Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah, there you go.
With Google
and Bob
TV.
says, how does it compare to Omnibox? Are you familiar with Omnibox? Do you know what that is?
Not familiar with Omnibox.
Me neither.
No.
Well, maybe you can come in and tell us what it's like inside the backstage pass. Speaking of that, we're gonna end the show here. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up. I put into the Hangout message box for all the Tinkering members. You can come in and join Randall. He's going to come over. We get into a Zoom afterwards. This is for our members only, that where you can come in and talk to guests that come on our show. Randall, thank you so much. I love what Andrew put up here. He says, I always enjoy when Randall and you get together. It always turns into a mini workshop.
Good. We like workshops.
I know. That's right. So I'm going to take us out of here. Randall, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come do this and come in and chat with our members after this. I'll get you that link in just a second. And everybody else, you guys in the backstage pass, thank you so much for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for hopping on, everybody.
Yep. Here we go. Let's take us out.